Hey, Internet. Three things, two super brief, and then we'll get to the actual topic. So if you came there just for that, hang out for 1 second. I got to test something. I'm going to put a little music on, and I just want to know if you can hear it. I'll find out later when I go back to hear it. So there was that. That was kind of fun, though. That was the test. Second thing, there's going to be a live stream today at 3 o'clock. I'm live streaming my interview with Issues, Etc., talking about the book of Proverbs. If you're into that, join us for that. But right now, I want to talk about Facebook a little bit, and their announcement recently that they are getting into the cryptocurrency game. Now, if you're underground and behind scenes, you know that they were already planning to do this for some time, and this is seen by some as very good, seen by some as very bad. A lot of people don't know much about cryptocurrency. I kind of think it's a cool thing when you get to understand it. You hear the word crypto and you think it means like scary, or hidden or illegal. It doesn't mean any of those things. The point is that the currency itself, imagine if your dollar bill had your signature tied to it by cryptography so nobody could take it without you unlocking that cryptography. That's what cryptocurrency is. It's a digital currency, a digital code that's locked by code so that it cannot be stolen. Now, right now, there are not a lot of procedures internationally to stop people who don't know what they're doing from losing it to thieves who know how to get it out of their hands and get them to unlock it. But cryptocurrency is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's likely the future of monetary reality for the world at some point. Well, Facebook knows this, which is why this massive organization that has a great deal invested in what? Owning your information, tricking you into giving it your information for free all the time, cataloging your information, and teaching artificial intelligence to process your information. They're doing that, and now they're getting into the cryptocurrency game. Now, it's not the same game. And they have a lot of money, and they're already a monopoly. So why are they getting into this game? Well, because they know it's a big deal. And there's a history behind this as well, including the reality that the two brothers who initially were involved in the creation of Facebook with Mr. Zuckerberg, and somehow, like in college, he took it and they didn't get any. There was a payoff at one point. They were pretty upset, but they went away. If you watched the movie or read the book, you kind of know a little bit about that. You know what they did when they left? They went and invested in Bitcoin when it was like $7 a coin. It's at $8,000 a coin right now, right? And so they are massively wealthy, and they're pushing this idea. And you almost have this moment where like Mr. Zuckerberg's like, wait a minute, I want to, but I just have Facebook and they have that. And so he's trying to get into that now. Now, the thing is, here's the thing. This is what I really want to say. I don't have a problem, again, with cryptocurrency. I think you want to be super careful if you get into it. You want to know what you're doing. Don't go do it just because I said it was interesting, right? Go learn about it. I have a problem with Facebook on a number of levels. And I think that them getting into cryptocurrency is about one of the worst things that can possibly happen for the world, especially if they're successful. And I say that as someone who actually owns, I think it's 3 shares in Facebook that I bought. Bad idea. Shouldn't have. I've lost money on it. Maybe it'll go up someday. I don't care. I went out. They're a bad company. But I'm so far down, I can't even really sell it. So, yeah. I'm saying that, not wanting that. I would rather go to zero, honestly, because Facebook can't even manage its own social media monopoly. They are so incompetent at understanding what the user base desires and needs from them, and so desirous of pushing both political agendas, yes, but then also like engineering agendas in terms of like where you would find how to fix this thing or that thing in some way. The tutorials that if you Google them only exist because there are forums Facebook has kind of officially set up for other people to put together, or maybe they did some of it at some point. They're all out of date. They're all from like 2016 or 2015. The number of changes that have happened since then in terms of you go back into your settings, you're trying to move this and move that. You know how they like turn on a new setting or they create a new setting, they turn it on, they don't give you an option, it's just on. You don't even know it's happening to you, right? That's the company this is a company that does that. And they're doing it in a somewhat incompetent manner, honestly. They're not even doing it well. Like you can't find it, right? It's supposed to be easier. It's getting harder to understand what's going on with your Facebook. They're going to get into cryptocurrency. Now, they might be able to make it, but there's another piece about cryptocurrency you got to pull into this. One of the ideas behind cryptocurrency is the enhancement of privacy. The idea is that you would be able to have this specialized dollar that is so attached to your name that the only way it ever goes anywhere else is because you give it directly to that other person. You take out the middleman of, say, the Federal Reserve or the local bank, right? It is a truly free cash, right? It'd be like as if if we were all trading bits of small pieces of gold or silver or copper. that wasn't officially managed by anybody, but it was real stuff, and there was no way to fake it, right? It's all about preserving privacy. It's a big part of the idea. And it doesn't mean that every single crypto coin out there is necessarily concerned about your privacy the way Bitcoin is, and Bitcoin has limitations to its privacy as well. But now you have this organization that's already a monopoly destroying privacy on purpose, taking everything you know or say on it and saving it so that it can either sell it or use it again for its own agendas and purposes, mostly developing AI at this point, who've demonstrated an incompetence and an ability to do a good job of the very thing they're doing on like a social national level or for the sake of the user, who also seem to have a guy at the top who can't keep his friends who built a major company with him and now has to go chase them down and try to get into their business too. I mean, none of this adds up really well, right? And then they're going to go in and they're going to be the thing that's controlling the privacy coins, right? Or I just don't see how this ever goes well for anybody. Now, this is me just ranting. And if you're in here for theology, normally, this is not what I do all the time. But it really is it's just irking me this morning as I continue to, I've done some video stuff over at Facebook. I'm debating whether I even want to continue. There's a good, decent following over there. I'd like to keep that going. But man, as a company, they are just a disaster. And I'm not saying go quit your Facebook. We don't have a choice. This is the problem. It's a monopoly. It's controlled by a very small majority and really only one guy. And again, so when all the information is controlled by one guy, how has that ever gone well in the history of the world? Now he wants to control the money too, right? So just think twice about that as you see all of this coming down the pike, and maybe do go and learn a little bit about cryptocurrency. I would recommend, who would be the best one? Tim Ferris has a fantastic, if elongated, interview with, I forget the guy's name. I'll try to find it and get it in the show notes. It'll be later today because I have to go right away. But he has a great interview. It's about 3 hours long that takes you through all the details of it, but it'll be a good primer on it. I'll see if I can find some other resources and put them down there. I'm not saying go and invest in it, but you want to know about it. And when Facebook gets into it, realize that this is big, global, national, next 50 to 100 years political stuff. This isn't just, hey, we want to make some more cat icons, right? And remember, this is a company we all don't like. Everyone who uses Facebook hates Facebook. And it's because of the way the company is managed, both in terms of their incompetence and also their attitude. You can't, okay, so again, if you have a problem with something on Facebook, you can't really contact them. Like, I'm sure there's a way, but when I was looking for a way to turn off a setting and all the stuff was out of date and I couldn't find it, I'm looking for like the contact page. I don't expect a phone number to be there, but I'm expecting I can send an email to some human who will respond about this. That doesn't exist. Or if it does, it's so buried, you can't find it very easily. Big Brother is watching you. Rock on. We'll see you at 3 o'clock for the live stream on Proverbs. Be back here. It'll be good. Rock on.